we're neighbors, and gosh, an incident with Ron and Kathy. I don't know. There's so many.
Oh,
What do you want me to say?
They are videotaping this, so oh, be caught.
I don't know what to say. I mean, oh, when they lived at the lake, when you guys lived at the lake, remember? We very appropriately renamed that the condo because it was so nice, and they always had nice little parties and everything, and just a real cozy atmosphere.
Yay,
I don't know.
That's fine.
I'm Beverly, and I work with her and with Kathy, and I have not known her very long. So
Okay.
you also work with Ron, kind of. She works at the schools. I work at Lisbon's Ron and Kathy.
Kathleen Cole. I used to work with Kathy. Now I just harass her because I work next door, so I take lots of coffee breaks with her. And I guess as far as her and Rod are concerned, when I think of you guys, Steve and I jokingly wonder who's going to come up with the next most avant-garde hairdo. You know? Rod or Kathy. And every time we see them, it's one or the other. And I think they try really hard to outdo each other.
My name is Debbie, and I've known Kathy for 2.5 years now, and I think probably our most memorable event with Kathy and Rod was at one of our Pictionary games.
Oh.
We had a little problem with fire that we won't go into. She'll remember it, and so will Rod. I'm Gut Reynolds. I met Kathy through Marcy, her sister, when she came up here how many years ago now?
4 years.
4 years.
Has it been that long?
Mm-hmm. And we don't see each other that often, but I do remember one year when we had a Halloween party out here. And Rod and David were a twin with the big pillows stuffed on their bodies. It was really a lot of fun. I think you guys have good parties out here. Okay.
My name is Kay Deason, and I'm a friend of Kathy and Rod's, met through Marcy and Dave. When I think of Kathy and Rod, you pretty much the only time I ever see them is at a party, so I just partying.
That kind of explains it.
I'm Lori Kate.
Lori, Mom, chair. Come on.
No, sit down.
I'm sitting on the floor.
No, sit down. Mother-in-law. And Kathy's Alaskan mom. And can't remember anything specifically like that, but we sure had a lot of good times together.
I just remember that Kathy still hasn't shown me her house. You have! I keep telling her every time I see her.
We'll have you out for dinner if you fix the meal.
That's typical Kathy
We will.
behavior.
We will have you out. Maybe Evelyn will stay a little bit longer.
Maybe I can cook something up before I
There
leave.
you go.
And what, your turn? My turn? I'm Betty Ells. I'm Kathy's mother, and Julie's mother, and Marcy's mother, and
Oh,
David and Paul, and Mark's mother. And, of course, I love to have these kids in Alaska because it means we get to come up. And this is the highlight of our whole year, coming to Alaska. It's neat to meet all the people again. Well, when I think about Kathy and Rod, I have to remember back to that first summer that Kathy and I were going together. And Rod worked on the concrete crew. And, I get so mad at that kid because every time I come home from work, he was sitting on our Davenport. I mean, it was hot and sweaty, working out in the concrete in Nebraska. Humid. And I thought, oh, when is that kid going to get off my Davenport and go to work? And I never, I I hadn't looked ahead to a time when they would be married. But you know, that kid really has turned out to be a real surprise and a joy. And I hope you think the same about Kathy, because she's had a few times too in her life.
I never sat on the couch.
You always made her sit on the floor. But it's just surprising how things work out and how nicely. Just given a little time, so all of you people who are young mothers, there are times when kids turn out to surprise you. And we've got 6 of them that have done it.
Oh, 6 of them.
Yes, all 6 of them have surprised us, so. Anyway, it's really great to be here for Kathy and Rod's wedding. How many years ago was that?
About 8.
He was sitting on the couch 8 years ago.
Well, you talk about his hairdo.
Did he have a good one there?
Oh, he used to have this pigtail down the back. Because you have to understand that he's a musician, and a really fine musician. Comes from a family of musicians, and they used to have a band and play together. In fact, I think he sold his...
No,
he loaned it out when he came up here. I felt really bad because I thought maybe he'd sold it and sacrificed to come up. So I'm glad he still has it. What? It's what? Is it in your living room?
No, I said to buy my wedding ring. He had to
Oh.
sell his over.
He said-
No, he didn't.
I thought maybe he had to buy a ticket or something.
That was just the last year or something he gave that to Sam.
Oh, did he?
When he went to Florida.
Well, in case you guys didn't know, he was a fine musician. He really is, and he comes from a whole family of fine musicians. Maybe someday Kathy and Rod will have a family band.
Maybe.
You can play the accordion.
Come from me.
You can play the accordion,
Yeah,
can you?
you'll probably be the manager.
You're antique.
She played it. She's got one that wrote it. Okay. Well,
I'm Lois Bergmeyer, and I'm a friend of Rod's mother's for quite a while. Don't know Kathy very well, but I've enjoyed being in her home. And Rod's a real neat kid.
Well, I'm Evelyn Harold, and I'm Rod's mother.
She gets cherries.
Let me go ahead and let me tell it later. I get so tickled. You know what I'm going to tell, don't you? Go ahead. Come back.
I'm Peggy Wimmer, and I've known Kathy when I was pregnant with my 3-year-old. I used to see her in the office all the time. I didn't know there was a Rod until I started working in June at the office. I don't know Rod very well, but I do know that the kids really love him. And one of my favorite things on The Receptionist is watching Rod and Rod will come and help Kathy once in a while, and watch Kathy and Rod walk across the street, and all the kids are in line holding their hands. I think that's kind of neat.
I'm Jessica. I'm Kathy's babysitter. And I don't know Rod that well, but I think when I see them together, I always watch them to see how they interact with each other. I think that they're a cute couple.
And